For Grenada to realize its true potential, we must all be a part of nation building. From every corner of the world, our sons and daughters carry the spirit of the Spice Isle in their hearts through culture, innovation, investment, and service. Now is the time to come home to your beautiful Tri-Island state, to reconnect with our roots, share our knowledge, to inspire our youth, and to help shape a stronger, more resilient economy for generations to come. We are all part of the collective journey to shape the future of our nation. Together, we are building a nation we are proud of, a nation defined by opportunity, unity, and purpose. Grenada is more than a place on the map. It is our heritage, our future, our home. We look forward to welcoming you.
For 40 years, Answer Coatings Grenada has been part of your story. More than paint, it's pride and care in every drop. As the proud manufacturers of Sissons and Berger paint, we've protected your homes and communities for generations. Answer Coatings Grenada Limited, 40 years strong, 40 years trusted. A legacy in every drop.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only. All right, folks, we'd like to say hello and welcome to another Mikey Live program. This is it. News discussed, not told. We're here for another day. We're here for another night. We're here for another week. And I hope that you had a great weekend. We are coming out of a vibe from last Friday from the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. I feel renewed. How about you? Anyway, we'll talk about that in a while. We've got another missing teen. We'll talk about that in a while. And police, they are looking into a viral video that involves a student. We'll explain that to you in a moment. Yes, we are getting rain. In fact, I still hear a little drizzle on the outside. But Nawasa they're saying that they're still experiencing some challenges. And we'll explain that to you in a while. In just a moment, we'll speak directly to the chairman of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Mr. Randall Darland. All right, and we will talk about the next big thing for Grenada, the diaspora homecoming. Stay with us. We have other things to talk to you about. You've been seeing and hearing about this 21-year-old. It happened in Brazil, right? Where, she was about to do some bungee jumping. The guys forgot to hook up her cord or cable, and they threw the woman to her death. You understand? They say when her fiance saw that it was a wrap for him, he passed out. Well, naturally, so, and there's been a lot of conversation surrounding bungee jumping since that incident occurred. We'll talk to you more about that. And another big thing that we are talking about today is a plane, a small aircraft that went missing. Well, it has now been found. And now you see me, now you don't, now you see me again. Authorities are looking into the disappearance and the reappearance of that aircraft. And they have been a bit tight-lipped about the whole business. But we'll talk to you more about that 2. Stay tuned, folks. Remember, headlines brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, Real Value, IGA Supermarket. We've got the superb distributors on board. We've got the Big Insurance. Everybody on the business. We say hello to you. So we got a little thing we're taking, and we'll be back.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
The I in Ariza stands for you, our members. Your goals matter to us. When you speak, we listen and we act. That's why we've rolled out new deposit rates to help your money work harder. We're offering 4.25% on retirement accounts, 4% on educational savings, and 3.5% on 5-year fixed deposits. We're helping you save on your mortgage. Switch to Ariza and enjoy rates as low as 3.99% plus 50% off legal and processing fees. We are also making it easier to get on the road. Get 100% vehicle financing with rates of just 5% on the purchase of a new vehicle. And if you already have a loan for a recent model, we'll help you switch and enjoy better rates. And for our loyal members, we've designed the Ariza Advantage account, which gives you the VIP experience you deserve. You requested, we responded, you received.
This is the Ariza promise. Better value, better service, members first.
Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
For Grenada to realize its true potential, we must all be a part of nation building. From every corner of the world, our sons and daughters carry the spirit of the Spice Isle in their hearts through culture, innovation, investment, and service. Now is the time to come home to your beautiful Tri-Island state, to reconnect with our roots, share our knowledge, to inspire our youth, and to help shape a stronger, more resilient economy for generations to come. We are all part of the collective journey to shape the future of our nation. Together, we are building a nation we are proud of, a nation defined by opportunity, unity, and purpose. Grenada is more than a place on the map. It is our heritage, our future, our home. We look forward to welcoming you.
And that's gonna be the homecoming, folks. You gotta get ready for that. So let's get straight into the business. Now, there is another teen that has gone missing. We never get the updates, but of course we still need to tell you when they are missing. And I know that people are always, well, Mikey, y'all never tell us. You talk about teen missing and stuff like that, but whenever those teens are found, you guys never say anything. There might be reasons for that. The question goes back to whether or not the public has a right to know. Long and short, that's what it is. The long and short is the question will be asked whether or not the public has a right to know. But I just think that, it's only fair sometimes, in my mind, that if something like that has happened, and if it's happening a lot, then, we need to understand the pattern. Why is there that pattern? So maybe it does, pass the right to know test. I'm looking for it because I don't know, for some reason, I think I would have lost it somewhere. All right, I thought I had the business just a while ago. I don't know. Yeah, but for far too often, we do have young girls going missing. And when they are missing, it's not that, they just vanish in thin air, that they are kidnapped or anything like that. many are times that they are in places that they are not supposed to be. They might have run away for one reason or the next. And I know that it's a very delicate topic. Okay, so I found it. I know that it's a very delicate topic. Yeah, but we need to get our hands on this. All right, this is way out of hand. We are having too many of these cases where you find young girls have gone missing. And ladies, you have to start thinking yourself. Speak to your friends about this. Once you are gone for 2 days, 48 hours, the police gets involved. Your picture starts showing up on websites, on news sites, and you can't take that back. Yeah, somebody would remember you for the rest of their lives as that girl who was once missing, as that young girl who was once on the news. Yeah, so you have to think. All right, so Corinne Mago, she's only 15 years old, and according to police, they really need your help in locating her. Now, she left her home on Saturday, that's June 13th, and was last seen wearing long blue jeans pants and a blue top. She has not returned since. So if you have seen Corinne, maybe somewhere about, hanging out with friends or so, please contact the Grenville Police Station at 442-7224. You can also call the Criminal Investigations Department. All right, that's 4403921. Or you can also call Police Emergency, and that's 911. You don't need to say who you are, because there are a lot of people who are sometimes skeptical that if I give the police information, understand, they may snitch on me. But nah, you don't need to say much. Just say, hey, I last saw her in Grenville, or I last saw her here or there, and that's it. And they will try to see if they can find her. All right, so please, guys, if you know where she is, please inform the authorities. Another thing that we have to tell you about, boy, and this one is crazy now. Whew, we understand that police are looking into a viral video that is on social media. I think it first I first saw that on my timeline sometime around Friday or so, and it showed one secondary school student in a fight with another involving cutlasses. And there were other students who were videotaping, some were having fun, some were concerned. And so we understand that the authorities are looking into that incident, you know, and I'm sure that we'll hear soon that charges will be laid against those involved. And you know that raises a concern about safety and the access to weapons. You know, recently we saw one of those buildings being demolished in close vicinity to one of the schools, and one of the concerns, as we understand it, is that that building was used to some degree to conceal weapons, and students, you know, they would go there if they are in a fight, and they will hide this here and they will access it there. So, whew, I mean, back in my time, we had little scuffles, but we did that fist on fist. You understand? And you know, the old school way of doing things. You know, we didn't used to ambush nobody. We put an object on each other's shoulders, and they said, who is braver? Throw down the object. You know, or just touch my object, and you have a little scuffle, and then 2 days pass, and you're friends again. You know, no weapon was involved. 2 days pass, you're friends again. You know, sometimes you have a little energy that you want to get rid of, and that's what it is. But I think we have taken these things just way out of line. Way too far. You know? But we are still beautiful Grenada. And, you know, just a little talking to by our parents and the police, and all will be well, hopefully. Now, we have something big coming up, and we've been so excited about it. And it's about the homecoming. And I think that's a really good opportunity for Grenada and for people in the diaspora. Now, let me tell you something. Whenever I travel, I go in, even if I have not traveled for a year or two, whenever I travel, 4 days, 5 days, a week, because I just can't do without home. And you would imagine what it is like for people who have been away from home for so long and just wanting to come home and meet and to engage with, Grenadians on this scale, because we know that this one is going to be huge. So, folks, as we told you, we will be having the chairman of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Mr. Randall Darland, and he is with us tonight. So, welcome, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Well, I am good. I am good, and I'm excited about the homecoming, and I know that you are too, being directly involved with this event. So let's get straight into it. How did this idea about the diaspora homecoming come about, and what was really the rationale for formalizing it as a national undertaking?
Well, I mean, it's simple, right? And again, just before you start, again, good night to you, your viewers, and everybody who's tuned in on the program. Love tuning in. But the initiative pretty much came about because the government of Grenada understands the importance of nation building and the importance of using all of our resources to do that. Our most valuable resource, of course, is our human resources, our people. And we have to continue to upskill and use the talents that we do have um, to build this country. But we understand that there's a massive diaspora that resides outside of Grenada. And therefore, this administration understands the importance of tapping into that diaspora. All of those skilled individuals that bring a lot more in terms of knowledge and resources to Grenada could all make a difference. So when this administration came into power, they pretty much, went for an expression of interest for anyone, Grenadians anywhere, serving in the diaspora or locally, to get involved and serve on statutory bodies. I was a benefactor of that initially. Then I moved back to Grenada. But the idea is that if we are going to continue to build a country, build a strong nation going forward, especially when we celebrate 75 years of independence, as we talk about the vision 75, the road to 75 years of independence, we already have 52 behind us. What legacy are we going to leave, and what will we have developed and built for our nation, our country, for the next generations? And our diaspora is not only good for remittances, they're also good for all the skill sets that they do have. So this is an intentional effort to get Grenadians back home and for Grenadians in Grenada to welcome home people from the diaspora, get them here to engage and reconnect, especially in the first week, where you just take time out to enjoy the beauty of the country, reconnect with family, old friends, and show your children who probably may not have been to Grenada or coming for the first
Right.
time, or just hearing about Grenada, but no, they get a chance to see where their mom and dad actually grew up and who they grew up with, and where they used to bathe in the sea or by the river or which tree they used to climb, meet long lost family and cousins. And that's what that first week is about. The second week, we go into the business week, which is the forum weeks. And there's a lot of great things happening there, especially the diaspora marketplace, the forums, when we actually talk about the pathway to Vision 75, making connections. And there's a lot of other wonderful events all packed in within that week.
Right, and so it's a 2 week event, and we're going to come back to the forum in a while. But something that you mentioned regarding people with different skill sets, and they're from different professions that live over there. They're big over there, but just having an opportunity to be here and to make a contribution in whatever way that they can. Just over the weekend, we had this major gospel concert, the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir, and
Right.
there was an engineer there. And only to realize that his father, and he's a big engineer, his father is Grenadian. And then there's this AV professional who was also there. His parents, both parents, mother and father, we're talking about him being associated with the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir on this major scale, is also Grenadian. So too are some of the singers. So we have people in significant positions as Grenadians who are living abroad or has some ties to Grenada living abroad, and having them back home can be significant for us. And also that really puts into focus the point that you made about those people, just having them here back at home.
That's the point, we're not limited to 100,000 people that live on Grenada.
Right.
So we want to intentionally open it up.
Right. That's great. And you mentioned about the forums. Just talk to us more about that a little bit. The marketplace forum.
Right. So the diaspora marketplace, that is a great opportunity for anybody who's doing business or wants to do business in Grenada. We have 3 days from June 30th to July 2nd, where we have the diaspora marketplace. At this point, we're oversubscribed with exhibitors. So those are people who came in with products and they want to showcase their products in the diaspora marketplace. However, when you attend a forum during those days, the marketplace is open, so you can go there and you can meet all of these other business owners in the diaspora marketplace and connect with them. It's a fantastic opportunity to network, to meet new people, and to see what other opportunities exist. And when we're saying that, we're saying about a lot of the like the small business owners that reside locally in Grenada, and bigger business operations, as well as meeting others from the diaspora who are doing business internationally. And even if so, you could figure out if you need investment for your company or you want to get your goods into other markets. This is a great time to meet other Grenadians who are probably, as passionate as getting Grenadian products out to market. You also have an opportunity for Grenadians to just do business across the diaspora. So even if you're a Canadian residing, obviously, well, in Canada, but you're Grenadian and you want to do business with another Grenadian in UK, or you see an opportunity with a Grenadian in Dubai, you have an opportunity to do that as well. So it's a time where we collectively come together as a people and intentionally talk through how we can work together and do business together and how we could actually build together.
All right. So this 2 week initiative, it's from June 21st and it goes on to July 5th. And you're speaking of the marketplace, but are there other events that you will say are highlight events and must attend events that you like to mention?
It's 2 weeks filled with activities. I pulled up my the website here because everything is on a website at homecoming.gd, and it's packed with a list of activities. So even from arrival day, and ultimately you can decide on which days work best for you when you like to come. If you can't stay for the whole thing, if you can't stay for 2 weeks, but you can figure out which days actually and which activities and events that you want to attend. So we have the arrival day with a Thanksgiving church service that starts off in the morning at 9 a.m. at the Gateway Assembly. We have, of course, Minister Andel has his welcome reception. That's at Belmont Estate in St. Patrick, and it'll be a great time to see also little exhibits of local products as well. The Pity and Martinique Caracou, the Caracou Pity Martinique excursion, which is on the 24th. And that's a lot of times people come to Grenada and they don't take the time out to go to Caracou and Petit Martinique. So it's a great time to see that area. It's a good time to spend money in the local economy and see the beauty of Caracou and Petit Martinique. We also have on that day, for those who are unable to make that excursion, Read Across Grenada, a good time to volunteer. We have the excursion day, the I Mainland excursion day, where you get to see some of the projects that are happening. So when we're referencing them in the marketplace and the forums, you would have seen some of the projects that are going up again in Grenada. So you're on the mainland, so you have a chance to see that as well. Lucy Straw Hat is going on a Friday. So I'll just keep it moving. We have Flavors in the Forest on the 27th. Tam CC Foundation also having a brunch on the 27th. Jefferson live in concert that evening. Will be a great show. National Spice Replanting Day. Well, that's something I actually want to get back to a little bit afterward because that's really critical. That's a very important initiative. Then we have the McMorris Breakfast on the 28th. Rotary has a fantastic fete. Also on the 28th, we have Weepan Fest going on as well. So you see a lot of options already, right? Monday, the 29th, Goa Fisherman's Birthday Celebration. And then the 30th, we start with the Forum Days. Forum Day 1, Forum Day 2, Forum Day 3, and all of that time you'll have the Diaspora Marketplace. We have the Homecoming Gala, it's a cocktail gala, on July 3rd. July 4th, we have the St. George Northeast Expo, Homecoming Expo. We also have Coconut Fest in St. Mark, Tivoli Jumpers, Salaka also on the 4th, and Mr. Isaac closes the evening on July 4th as well in the that evening with a wonderful show as he celebrates 4 decades in music and memories. So you see it's action packed. Business in the day, events at night, all throughout the day, depending on what you need to do. It's a great time in the month of June and early July to really just come back to Grenada and just enjoy all that we have to offer. And when if you are Grenada and being here, it's also be a nice festive time to be out with a lot more of your fellow Grenadians and enjoying the festivities and activities that we will be doing collectively.
Right, yeah, it's really jam packed. That's good, so that people have something to do every day, which is
Yep.
good. Now, as you mentioned, one of the headline features on the program is the Sustainability Initiative. It's called the National Spice Replanting Day, and that is to restore Grenada's agricultural legacy as a spice, or the Isle of Spice.
Spice
So, can
Island.
you tell us more about that, and how can everybody become involved or even participate?
I'm really excited about this one. We've been working for some years to put this together with the GCNA, and we're happy now to bring it to fruition. Ministry of Agriculture collaborating Tourism Authority, because we understand the importance of our nutmeg product, our spices. And I mean, we're known as the Isle of Spice, right? We have the nutmeg on our flag. And we know that over the years, especially with the passage of some of the storms, that we lost some of our crops. And this is an initiative to sort of bring that back. We are intending to plant 100,000 spice trees over the course of this year, but we're going to start with 40,000 on the 28th, sorry. 40,000 spice trees. And that's because everybody coming in, anybody who's on Grenadian soil, we're asking or encouraging you to let's put one tree, at least one tree in the ground to just do your part. Because again, this is sort of the backbone of our economy. It's been like that for such a long time. It's a natural ingredient that we do have here, and it's what distinguishes us from all the other different Caribbean islands. Our spices, flavors, foods around the world. So for us to continue to maintain that, again, going forward for multiple generations, we want to ensure that we take care of the soil. We're going to touch our soil, go back to planting spices, and making sure Grenada retains our number one position as a top spice provider in the region. So it's an important day. We were known as a land of 100,000 jobs. We will be known as a land of 100,000 spice trees, brand new spice trees, right? So that's coming up. It's a clarion call to all Grenadians, able-bodied Grenadians. Let's go out there. Let's at least put at least one plant in the ground, and let's do our part to help sustainability and continue to be the spice country.
Great. And I mean, we have been promoting, and we've seen a lot of the ads promoting this event. What kind of vibe are you feeling on the ground? How has the response been? And can you just clarify for us, to our viewers, that, hey, this is not necessarily only for Grenadians who live in the diaspora, but as well Grenadians who live here?
That's what I'm saying. It's a clarion call to all Grenadians, all Grenadians. And to anybody who's walking on Grenadian soil on that day to come join us and let's plant. So it's not just, and again, when we talk about the diaspora homecoming, we have to be clear. Diaspora homecoming is not just about people overseas coming back, but it's also what we who are here locally are going to also put out. We have to build a country together. We're the ones that live here. And we're showcasing and demonstrating why this country that they call home is so special. So we have to be welcoming, and we will all be participating in all of the events because the message is holistic. It's just saying that we want to do it together with our diaspora and bring everybody back and have everyone in the same room where we could communicate and continue to collaborate together. That is the point. So it's not just to be lopsided for one demographic and not the other. It's an inclusive initiative for everybody, for all Grenadians to get involved and all Grenadians to get on hand.
All right, and just two more questions before we wrap up. How are you intending to build on the energy after the homecoming? Because you have all this big shebang happening. So now July 6th, July 7th. How are we keeping things going? How are we keeping the connection and the line of communication and collaboration going?
Yeah, that's a great question because this year is about messaging. Initially an inaugural event, we get it going. We're building out the agendas, and we're going to continue to strengthen it to ensure that going forward we're able to deliver much better initiatives moving forward. Make sure that homecoming remains strong. Make sure there's more entertainment. Make sure there's more opportunity to do business going forward. So and ultimately the idea is to start messaging about the direction of the country to help everyone understand that we all have to do our part. This is a Grenadian initiative, it's a Grenada initiative for Grenadians. And this is that we have to collectively build this beautiful land. We love this country. We call this country home. No matter if you live here or not, it's still home. We understand the power of the Grenadian flag. We're proud of the Grenadian flag. And this is a point where we have to understand we have to do this together. So going forward from here, we're going to strengthen this initiative, continue to make it a staple, and bring more economic activity in the month of June, which is usually a very slow month. And then be intentional about how we work together, do business together, and nation build together.
Okay, great. And a final question for you. What does success look like for the 2026 Diaspora Homecoming?
I think that was a question I just because ultimately that's what it's about. It's really about if we've gotten that message out and we have more people buying in, they see the value of the diaspora homecoming, they understand the importance of nation building, they understand the importance of collaboration, they understand the importance of boots on the ground. More Grenadians want to move back to Grenada. They're not just seen as a ATM machine sending money back. We understand that you can come back, you can contribute, even if you can't live here, but you still find pathways and avenues and means to contribute to your beautiful country. That's what this is about. And it's about being very clear, being very intentional about how we message and how we actually engage with our diaspora. We had a massive learning curve this year, reaching our diaspora. It's not as easy as we thought. And that was a great learning experience because you understand that, okay, we have to do a job communicating and connecting with our people who reside abroad. So it's a lesson that we learned. I think that we're going to take that to the books. We're going to strengthen it when it comes to next year. Make sure that we could communicate. And again, we want to start communicating all through the year. We want more of our people to come home and support our local industries all throughout the year. But in addition to Spice Mass, we want the Diaspora Homecoming to be a great time for anybody to want to come home. And it's not even just for Grenadians. We have to even think a little bit broader. It's for anybody who loves Grenada, right? Eventually, that's like, you know what? If you want to go to Grenada and you don't have an option for Spice Mass, this is the next best thing, is the next best time to get to Grenada and enjoy the beauty of the country, enjoy the warmth and friendliness of the people, the riches of the spices, and continue to do business so we could all thrive and prosper together.
Are you tempted? To if this becomes as successful as you anticipate it to be, to making it something that we do annually?
Every year. That's correct. Every year.
Okay, great. I thought that might have been a good idea as well.
No, every single year, because again, we want to make it another event rather than Spice Mass. That is the next best time to come to Grenada.
Okay,
and the
great.
next best time for anybody to come to Grenada.
Okay, got you. Thank you, Randy. Anything else you want to add before we wrap it up?
For those of you, if you are in the diaspora looking at this and you're thinking, well, this is not too late, the prices, some of the prices actually did go down on the airlines, on JetBlue, especially out of New York. We're actually going to put that out for Spice Mass. They actually did drop the price a little bit, but it's a great time still right now to come to Grenada because the prices are still very reasonable and hotels still have accommodation. So it's not too late to come in and partake and enjoy this and be part of history, be part of the inaugural homecoming. And if you are a Grenadian living in Grenada, this is a great time and opportunity to get involved. Understand exactly, learn more of where we're going, what the intentions are, what the plans are ahead for the country from the administration. Also get involved with some of the charitable events that are happening, especially the price replanting. That's going to be about sustainability. So it's about us collectively joining forces, enjoying the best that we're going to be offering in that 2-week period, all the wonderful activities. And again, just let's have fun. Most importantly, let's have fun. Let's be intentional about nation building, and we could do that together.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you.
It was an absolute pleasure speaking to you. Keep up the great work, and I'll keep tuning in. Thanks again. I'm a big fan.
All the best. Happy to have you. All right.
Thank you.
So, folks, that was a very insightful conversation that we've had with the chairman of the Grenada Tourism Authority, that's Mr. Randall Dolland, regarding the homecoming. It's going to be from June 21st and it goes until July 5th. They've got a website. You can check out the website. You can just, I mean, listen, I've tried it. You can just type in on your Google search bar or whichever search bar, Grenada Homecoming, and all the information is there, including the itinerary. So you can't say that you have not found the information. And of course, we'll be continuing to promote it here as well as we move on. Now, we are getting a little bit of rain. Yes, we have been getting some rain, but we are also now hearing from Nawasa that despite, they're still getting some challenges. So while Grenada has officially entered into the rainy season and recent rainfalls has provided some degree of relief, the effects from one of the most severe dry seasons in recent years continue to impact water production across several of Nawasa's systems, according to Nawasa. Now, during the height of the dry season, some of the authority's most critical water treatment facilities experienced significant reduction in production. In this video that we are about to show you, the manager of Nawasa's production and quality department, that's Mr. Todd Labari, he's explaining how reduced river flows translates into an island-wide water deficit of between, check it out, 1.2 and 1.5 million gallons per day. And why measures such as valve regulations between, in some of the communities is necessary to manage the limited supply. So we have a pre-produced piece here from Nawasa.
This is particularly of concern for a lot of the plants and the facilities on the south and on the eastern side of the island, particularly because that's where our greatest demand is, the highest population densities, and these systems are being adversely affected even heavier than the systems on the west. The Pomerose system, Mamacan system, they're experiencing between 10 and 15% decreases in their production. Even more so, the Pitietang and the Les Avocats system are experiencing in excess of 45% decrease in the productions of the plants. Nadale has dropped by about 10 to 15%, which is accounting for about a 300 to 350,000 gallon deficit on the system. Overall, from our analysis, we determined that the shortage that we have is in the vicinity of about 1.2 to 1.5 million gallons per day, which is working out to about 23 to 25% of our overall daily demand. So having said that, the course of action that we take is what we call valve regulation and water rationing. Now, one of the things that I try to highlight for people is the fact that based on the distribution network of various systems, water in and of its own self can't move from place to place. So we may have certain water-rich areas bordering some water-scarce areas, but based on the system hydraulics, line sizes, and difference in demand, it's quite challenging to move water from place to place without certain engineering solutions being incorporated into them.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. And of course, yeah, folks, we're getting rain. Don't worry. Little by little, bit by bit, we'll get there. All right. Now, you guys would have seen this video circulating on social media. It's not even funny, right? This girl going bungee jumping in Brazil, 21 years old. I don't know whose task it was to connect the cable on her, but they did not connect the cable. As you can see, these two guys there, one of the guys are connected themselves as a safety precaution for themselves. Threw her over, only to realize that they did not connect her cable. So, the guys are charged. You understand? Yeah, technically they killed her. Understanding the risk that was involved, and not taking the necessary precaution, and they were charged. And of course, her fiance is devastated. You know, he was hospitalized for a brief moment, as authorities say he passed out after witnessing the tragic death of his lover. Yeah, the whole question of bungee jumping and risking your life for a little adrenaline rush has become the conversation for the past couple of days, and rightfully so. Understand this, guys, for those of you who are taking a risk, all kinds of risk. Once you put your life in someone's hands, literally, once you put your life in someone else's hands, that by itself is a risk. And you ask yourself this question, whether or not it's worth it. Yeah, whether or not bungee jumping takes a couple of seconds, you know, from the highest point to the lowest point. Just a couple of seconds. But is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? I remember, I don't know if I'll do it. I've never done a helicopter ride. I've done plane rides, but I have never. And I remember, you know, it was decorated like a Christmas cake. Mikey, let's go helicopter, not in Grenada, in another, somewhere else. And I'm like, hell no, I ain't doing it. But if you want to, that's fine. It's not that risky, but I'm just saying, you know, I manage the risk. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I don't know. There are very little things that I would do as risk. You know, I'm not eating anywhere, any place new, any place that I didn't know about, just like that. I'm not doing it. I'm not eating food from nobody. I'm not eating food from anybody who hands it to me. I don't care who you are. Once you hand me food with my name on it, I don't want it. You have to be someone I absolutely know and absolutely trust for me to, because even that is a risk, you know. I do eat from certain places, you know, but you show up there spontaneously, not letting them know that you're coming, and not letting them know which of the food is yours and all of that thing. Oh, we can't take it a chance. Nobody. So I'm just saying how far I go to protect my life. You know? So when I see people doing certain things, I'm like, hell no. Hell no. Y'all could fight war with that kind of bravery. I don't know how some people do it. The way some people drive. The way some people do things is like, that is not, don't you see that as risking your life or your well-being, you know, just blindly trusting things and people. And I'm not saying that you can't let go at times, but how much letting go are you willing to do with your life? I'm sorry. And you could say what you want. My life is mine. You know, I'll say, I is not doing it. Okay? And that's my word, and I'm sticking to it. We are moving on. So, what's breaking the internet? A whole plane breaking the internet right now. A whole plane. Plane goes up, plane never goes down. Plane goes missing, and plane reappears. Authorities are very tight-lipped about the details surrounding the disappearance and the reappearance of a small private aircraft. Left SVG, headed for Tobago, and never arrived when it was supposed to. It disappeared from radar. There were allegations that the transponder was turned off manually. There were also allegations that the aircraft was flying below the authorized altitude before disappearing. Very vague information, but suggestive as well. And so we are hearing now that the aircraft has resurfaced. No deaths, no injuries, no details. So We will hear more about it because, people will talk. We'll hear. You remember there was a movie like that one time on what the planes were doing? Yeah, I know that movie. And where was that movie filmed? Was it in South America? I can't remember. But these guys, they were taking this, son. Not to above board trips. You understand? Plane appearing and disappearing and what they were going to do. And I don't know. I'm just saying that's what people are saying on the government Facebook. When I say the government, I don't mean the government literally, figuratively. Then people Facebook and social media. But time will tell. We don't know who were involved. We understand that there were 2 persons aboard, 2 persons on the aircraft. Who they are, I don't know. What they doing or did and thing, we don't know. You understand? There are more questions and answers. Who can tell me who sang that song? Yes. So there are more questions and answers, and the authorities are being very tight-lipped about the whole business. But time will tell. All right. So Grenada got the purge, a much-needed purge on Friday with the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. This is a choir that we have all known over the years and have learned to love their songs and their music and their messages. Listen, they are great. Okay? These people loving us so much, and it had to be love, it can't be nothing else. Took their own time, their own resources, their own money. They paid their trip to Grenada and sang free. A free concert. Unheard of. When last have you heard people of that their status performing without charge? A free concert. And that's what they did. And so I was really impressed with that gesture, with all involved in terms of the sponsors and everybody who made this thing happen, including the Ministry of Mental Health and Wellness and Religious Affairs, including the Power of Hope radio station and Pastor Anton, including what's his name, Country Cold Store. They were a major part of this. I'm being at the concert and I realized, I would have known it before, and we've said it before, Grenada has an appetite for gospel music. And so that was evident in that concert. And also, not just an appetite, but a need. Grenada has a need for concerts like these. Because what you see dominant is all the other types of performances and stuff like that, and that gets mimicked and emulated, and you see more of that happening in ways that you don't appreciate. But if we give equal attention to that kind of concert, I'm sure there will be a balance, and that we need it. We need a balance. We need a balance in the gospel and the everything else. We need it. You understand what I'm saying? And I would like to challenge promoters to try it. Try it and let's see where it goes. I'll do my best to help you promote it. Just try it. Make a joke and say, you bring in X, Y, Z, and you go see. Try it. CC Winans, Linda, Randall, I think. Yeah. The God on the mountains is the God in the valley. If they make a joke and sing that, Jesus Christ coming on the stage and stand up. But you could have felt the vibe. You could have felt the energy at the stadium, that it was real. It was genuine. It was spiritual. It was uplifting. It was motivating. It was everything you want when it comes to spiritual upliftment. I'm no, you understand, by no stretch of the imagination, but just being present felt spiritual, felt great, felt good. If you give me 3 of that in a row, I turn in acolyte, so to speak, because you just need it consistently. You understand? A repetition now, for it to sink in with some people. You understand what I'm saying? But thank God for this concert. It was indeed amazing. Amazing. All right, guys? So, yeah. The Grenada Tourism Authority, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture's 4-H unit and key national partners, they have launched the National Beautification Competition, inviting schools, community groups, and individuals across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique to transform and enhance their surroundings ahead of the inaugural Grenada Flower and Garden Festival taking place from the 8th to the 15th of November 2026. Registration is now open and it closes on the 30th of June 2026. Now, the competition forms part of the wider Grenada Flower and Garden Festival program, which aims to celebrate Grenada's 39 Grenada's natural beauty. Sorry, I'm getting a code in my text, so I don't think it's meant to be 39. Grenada's natural beauty, horticultural heritage, and growing potential as a garden and nature tourism destination. So participants, you are encouraged to undertake projects ranging from roadside and community garden improvements to school beautification initiatives and enhancements to public and tourism spaces. All right, we'll post more about that on our website for those of you who require further details. I see that we have exhausted a lot of our time on the business, so what I want to do right now is to take a break and come back. And when I come back, what we will have for you is the national report, so we want you to stay right there. All right, guys, before we even do that, we still have a few things, well, one more thing to do on the business, which is we need to tell you what the weather will be like. I know some of you might be curious about that. And then, of course, we have to make up with people on the business. So we're going to do that as well. So, let's see where we go from here. Where do we go from here, my love? Who sang that, Luciano? La 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 la. Anyway, that was a really, really good rhythm. Remember that? Yeah, it's where do we go from here? So I'm looking for our peoples with our nightly forecast, and our forecaster for tonight is Andre Charles. Andre says that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, with cloudiness increasing as the night progresses, with occasional light to moderate showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. Yes! Give me the water. Bring it. Tonight's minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius, and the winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting higher at times, particularly with showers. Seas moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. And heading over to Tuesday, well, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy with occasional showers, with the possibility of isolated thunderstorms during the morning. Now, max temperature for Tuesday, 30 degrees. Let's say 30.5 degrees Celsius, and the minimum, check it out, 22.5 degrees Celsius. We're going down, baby. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. And seas moderate with waves up to 6 feet in open waters. Now, I did tell you we had some rapid, like back-to-back tropical waves that were likely to affect Grenada. So we have them coming by. So an Atlantic tropical wave is along 57 degrees west, south of 18 degrees north to Suriname, approximately about 235 nautical miles east of Grenada. It's moving westward at around 20 knots. That's quick. Scattered moderate isolated strong convection is present from around 7 degrees north to 10 degrees north, between 51 degrees west and 62 degrees west. So that will affect us, yes. And there's a second tropical wave as well behind that one. And just to give you the details on that, an Atlantic tropical wave is along 41 degrees west, south of 16 degrees north, approximately 174 nautical miles east of Grenada. It's moving westward at around 20 knots again. That's rapid. And scattered moderate convection is present from around 3 degrees north to 9 degrees north and between 34 degrees west and 41 degrees west. Elsewhere, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 48 hours. All right, so there you have it. And of course, we want to big up some people on the business. So we've got Charmaine with us. How are you? And we've got Javar, who is our principal. Hello. Diana, Charmaine again. Rain, yes. Hazeland. We've got Suzanne, we've got Kiran, we've got Javar and Eunice again. Bernadette, Gleonora, who else is there with us? We have Karen. How are you doing, Karen? We have Cher with us. Did I say Joseph? We've got Joseph as well with us. Big up to you, Joseph. And Della. And Lintona. And my mom as well. Blessings to you guys as well. Eunice, I see you there. Valerie, I see you there as well. And everybody else, everybody, blessings to you. And I'm not going off. Well, I'll be going off, but we've got the national report following our break. And of course, that break is not just an ad break. This break is, of course, to let you know of the companies, of the people, of the businesses that support Mikey Live. And we encourage you to support them.
For Grenada to realize its true potential, we must all be a part of nation building. From every corner of the world, our sons and daughters carry the spirit of the Spice Isle in their hearts through culture, innovation, investment, and service. Now is the time to come home to your beautiful Tri-Island state, to reconnect with our roots, share our knowledge, to inspire our youth, and to help shape a stronger, more resilient economy for generations to come. We are all part of the collective journey to shape the future of our nation. Together, we are building a nation we are proud of, a nation defined by opportunity, unity, and purpose. Grenada is more than a place on the map. It is our heritage, our future, our home. We look forward to welcoming you.
To meet the growing water demand in the south of the island, NOASA, in collaboration with the Caribbean Development Bank through the UK Caribbean Infrastructure Fund, is implementing the Southern St. George's Water Supply Expansion Project. This project is designed to improve water quality, ensure a consistent supply, and protect our environment for future generations. We are upgrading our water supply system by replacing aging infrastructure, constructing new storage tanks, and installing advanced monitoring equipment. There will be dust, noise, and traffic inconveniences. We appreciate your patience during the construction phase. We believe in the power of community engagement. Your voice matters. Your input is essential. Want to learn more? Get involved. Attend our public meetings. Follow us on NOASA's social media and share your feedback. Reliable, safe drinking water means a healthier, better quality of life for all. Together, we're securing a better water future for Grenada. Join us on this journey. This project is made possible through the collaborative efforts of the Government of Grenada, the Caribbean Development Bank, and the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office of the United Kingdom, with grant funding from the UK Caribbean Infrastructure Partnership Fund.
For 40 years, Answer Coatings Grenada has been part of your story. More than paint, it's pride and care in every drop. As the proud manufacturers of Sissons and Berger paint, we've protected your homes and communities for generations. Answer Coatings Grenada Limited, 40 years strong, 40 years trusted. A legacy in every drop.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
The I in Ariza stands for you, our members. Your goals matter to us. When you speak, we listen and we act. That's why we've rolled out new deposit rates to help your money work harder. We're offering 4.25% on retirement accounts, 4% on educational savings, and 3.5% on 5-year fixed deposits. We're helping you save on your mortgage. Switch to Ariza and enjoy rates as low as 3.99% plus 50% off legal and processing fees. We are also making it easier to get on the road. Get 100% vehicle financing with rates of just 5% on the purchase of a new vehicle. And if you already have a loan for a recent model, we'll help you switch and enjoy better rates. And for our loyal members, we've designed the Ariza Advantage account, which gives you the VIP experience you deserve. You requested, we responded, you received.
This is the Ariza promise. Better value, better service, members first.
Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Request, pay, ride. Dash makes getting around easy. Dash, rides that fit you.
It's game on. And you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game. And you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
Hello, I'm leaving the house right now. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Life gets hectic. That's why I registered for myaccount.grenleg.com and chose paperless billing. It was simple. I went to the site and clicked sign up. I then tapped find my new account number, typed in my old number without the zeros at the front, and got my new account number instantly. The new account number is also in the app under the Balances tab or at the top of any recent Grenleg bill. I entered my new account number and the total amount due on my most recent bill then filled out the profile information and subscription sections. They sent me an email to create a password and sign in. And finally, I signed up for paperless billing, and now everything I need is in one place. myaccounts.grenleg.com and paperless billing have really brought me peace of mind.
Coming up in the news, Ministry of Education to pilot Center of Excellence in Agriculture in 4 secondary schools, and Grenada to strengthen surveillance at ports of entry following Ebola outbreak advisory. We'll have details to these stories and more, plus a look at news in the region when we return.
Greetings to the Grenadian diaspora in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, the Caribbean, and as far as Africa. Today, I address you as the minister responsible for tourism, the creative economy, and culture. But I also address you as a proud son of the soil. I invite the Grenadian diaspora to the Homecoming events 2026. We no longer think of you as providers of remittances. We believe that you have much more to offer. We want a partnership with you in the progress of our nation. We want you to be part of the investment scenario in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So I beg you, come with your ideas, come with your love, come with your passion, and help us to build this beautiful country of ours. Today, these 2 weeks that we are talking about, you will enjoy the music, you will enjoy the cuisines, you will enjoy our scenery. We have a lot to offer. It is a time to reconnect with your culture, your heritage, with the people that you have left so long. We want you to be part and parcel of the whole development process. So I invite you to come home to the Diaspora Homecoming 2026. And I also invite you to visit our website, www.homecoming.gd, and register today. Get ready to be part of this great event, the Grenadian Diaspora 2026.
Welcome back with the details of the GIS news for Monday, June 15th. I am Rikisha St. Louis. The Ministry of Education announces the commencement of its first Center of Excellence with emphasis on agriculture. Speaking at a recent joint press conference, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for the Youth Transformational Skills Program, Naila James, said the first phase of the program will target 4 secondary schools in St. Andrew. Education officials anticipate a September start for the skills program. Annette Moore has the details in this report.
Speaking at a joint press conference on Wednesday, June 10th, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for the Youth Transformational Skills Program, Naila James, presented the public with updates with regard to the Youth Transformational Skills Program, focusing on the opening of the first Center of Excellence. The Youth Transformational Skills Program will involve the coming on stream of several centers of excellence throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. However, Permanent Secretary for the Youth Transformational Skills Program, Naila James, says given the importance of food security for the state of Grenada, the first center will focus on agriculture.
It is obvious that the conversation is right now happening as it relates to TVET, and the fact that we need to mainstream it within the education sector, understanding that there is this mismatch between our workforce, the skills that our citizens and our students currently have, and where there is actual opportunity for employment. So we are working aggressively to establish these centers. We have a lot of concerns about geopolitical tensions, and at the end of the day, Grenada has to reposition itself to be able to produce what it needs. Agriculture is no longer, and we need to get that out of our minds. It's no longer this area that we think, all right, all that is involved is going out in the hot sun all day, and this is not for me.
James says there will be 3 cohorts or intake levels to include 14 to 16-year-olds, 18-year-olds who are mainly students exiting the school system, and individuals 18 years and older.
For the 14 to 16-year-olds, we're exploring areas related to crop production and organic farming. For the 16 to 18-year-olds, we have areas such as agro-processing, innovative food production, climate-smart agriculture. For the 18-plus cohort, we are going to introduce them to areas related to agro-processing again, but just at the more advanced level, plant propagation, and horticulture.
Curriculum development is being supported by a group of experts from Canadian tertiary institutions in collaboration with the Grenada National Training Agency. For the pilot phase, the program will engage students from 4 schools in St. Andrew, namely the St. Joseph's Convent Grenville, Grenville Secondary School, Grenada Christian Academy, and the St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School. The curriculum will include key topics such as health and safety, food safety, composting and fertilizer production, integrated pest management, entrepreneurship, climate-smart agriculture, and emerging agricultural technologies, including drone applications.
Practitioners stress the importance of being able to handle chemicals linked to pest management in a proper way so that it doesn't lead to exposure, and the development of any illnesses.
Programs will follow a competency-based model with certification levels ranging from level 1 to level 3 initially.
For the 14 to 16-year-olds, we know that they are going to be exposed to this training. We have pitched the program levels at 1 and 2. So at a minimum, the students should have a level 1, but we're hoping for a level 2. And there is a distinction here because, of course, it's competency-based training. It is not an exam that is pass or fail. The students are expected to develop competencies. So levels 1 and 2 for that group. For the 16 to 18, we are saying a minimum of level 3. But when they start looking for jobs, often we see that a lot of the times they are employed in the junior level positions as it relates to skills. We want to ensure that we train them and allow them to develop competencies that would allow them to occupy middle and senior management positions. Finally, the 18 plus, again, we're going to pitch the programs at a minimum level, level 3. And we're working with the Grenada National Training Agency at this time to develop higher level competencies and occupational standards for the areas which might be new and they don't yet have levels beyond, let's say, 3 or 4. As you know, the National Training Agency, they can go up. We can have the opportunity to go up to level 8 in some areas as long as we have people to develop the standards and we have trained instructors.
A total of 120 participants are expected for the initial intake. 60 students will be enrolled in the 14 to 16-year-old age group from the 4 secondary schools. 30 participants will be engaged for the 16 to 18-year-old cohort and another 30 for the 18-plus group.
We have a student survey that the students completed. We want to get a sense of their interest so that we know how to engage them and engage their parents. We also have, we engaged the teachers in those schools. They seem very interested, and they're also going to provide us some information about how they can help. The student responses so far, we have 400 as of Friday, and we are definitely seeing high interest levels in the programs.
The Agriculture Center of Excellence is targeting a September launch, although infrastructure development remains the primary factor that can affect the timeline. James indicated that any changes to the launch date will be communicated to the public.
Because we want to ensure that if we're talking about Center of Excellence, that we have whatever state-of-the-art facility and learning spaces that would allow the students to thrive and allow them to truly experience what competency-based education is.
Other centers of excellence to come on stream will include tourism and hospitality, furniture making and fabrication, and marine and maritime studies. For GIS News, I'm Annette Moore.
Thank you, Annette. The Ministry of Health, in its ongoing efforts to safeguard Grenada's borders and to protect the health of all citizens, is advising against non-essential travel to the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda. In response to the latest global health developments and the World Health Organization's declaration of the current viral disease outbreak as a public health emergency of international concern, the government of Grenada has determined that immediate precautionary measures are necessary. Additionally, the ministry urges extreme caution when traveling to the following countries identified by the Africa CDC as high risk for Ebola transmission, including Angola, Burundi, Central African Republic, Republic of Congo, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, Zambia, Ethiopia, and South Sudan. To protect public health, Grenada has strengthened surveillance and screening measures at all ports of entry. The second government project under the Ministry of Infrastructure's Design, Finance, Build model is in partnership with NAMALCO, which focuses on improving the road infrastructure from MBIA to Westerhall Point. The contractor will upgrade waterways, install sidewalks, and repave the entire roadway to enhance safety and accessibility. Sherry Noel has more in this report.
NAMALCO, a leading construction firm known for its high-quality infrastructure projects across the Caribbean, is about to embark on its first government project in Grenada under the Government Innovative Design Build Finance model. Project manager Devon Rampersad shared insights into the company's focus and what the scope of work under this model involves. The Design Build Finance model, Rampersad says, gives them the ability to manage the entire process, from initial design to construction and financing. This approach ensures projects are delivered efficiently with high standards and less risk to the government.
NAMALCO focuses heavily on using innovative technologies, bringing new ideas to the construction industry in the Caribbean to deliver projects successfully to the clients at a high quality and ensuring that our clients are satisfied at all times. The project entails it's basically the upgrade of the roadway from the airport all the way up to Westerhall Point. So it includes the road pavement structure as well as the appurtenances. So you're talking about street roadside lighting, drainage, any safety features, road markings, signage, and the verges along the roadway. So it's basically to upgrade the roadway to ensure that the road users have better driving experience as they get around to their destination.
Mr. Devon Rampersad says the company has already begun clearing waterways starting from the Morris Bishop International Airport area. The work will then continue toward the CARICOM roundabout as part of the project's initial phase.
The design build approach allows the contractor to start works while some designs are ongoing. So at this stage we have the heavy design works are still ongoing. We are also in the process of installing our asphalt plants and our concrete plants. So those activities are still ongoing. And while those activities are going, we are trying to push ahead with some of the works that we can do, which includes the clearing. And one of the main works that we can do at this time is the clearing of the existing drainage channels. Clearing these channels, especially this one in particular that we are standing next to, which was almost non-existent before, it ensures that if there's any, we are bringing basically immediate benefit to the country by doing these works first. So they're reducing the risk of flooding if there's a major rainfall event, and that way, like I said, bringing immediate benefit from the project.
Mr. Rampersad also outlined plans to upgrade the roads along the route. The goal is to strengthen the infrastructure to withstand the heavy tonnage of the SL trucks.
Our designs would take into consideration the projected increase in vehicular traffic on the roadways. Now, in designing roadways, highways, It's not so much the volume of traffic, but it's really the volume of truck traffic. So the larger trucks, that's what really causes damage to your pavement structure. So our designs would take that into consideration, the future projected truck traffic that would be utilizing this road. And we anticipate that we should have a pavement structure that would give a lifespan well in excess of 10 to 15 years.
This road enhancement forms a crucial part of the project scope, ensuring safer and more reliable transport for commercial vehicles across the island. The NAMALCO team has conducted extensive field tests to analyze soil types along the route, ensuring the best construction practices for upgrading the roads from MBIA to Westerhall Point. Rampersad also mentioned that NAMALCO is looking to hire subcontractors and skilled laborers for the project. Interested persons are encouraged to send their applications to the following email address: namalcohumanresource@gmail.com. Sherry-Ann Noel for GIS News.
Thank you, Sherry-Ann. We'll take a short break. Stay with us.
In our 2026 strategy, we're focusing on several core pillars: high net worth individuals and experiential travel, romance and weddings, nautical experiences, meetings and incentives, culinary and agritourism, events and culture, adventure and sustainability. These pillars are designed to highlight the diverse experiences that Grenada has to offer. By aligning our efforts with these pillars, we aim to tap into key markets like North America, the UK, and regional markets, while also expanding into new territories such as Latin America, continental Europe, Asia, and Africa. Each pillar represents a unique aspect of our islands, from the luxurious experiences of our high-end resorts and villas to the vibrant cultural events that celebrate our heritage. We believe that by focusing on these areas, we can offer travelers unforgettable experiences that showcase the best of what our islands have to offer.
Welcome back. Employees of the Government Information Service GIS join their local mainstream media colleagues in a one-week advanced journalism training at the National Stadium. The training, organized by the Media Workers Association of Grenada, MWAG, in collaboration with Republic Bank, Osprey Lines, and the People's Republic of China, is being facilitated by renowned journalist and communication specialist Johnson John Rose. During the opening ceremony on Monday to mark the start of the training, President of MWAG, Callistra Faria, said the initiative is part of activities to commemorate Media Week 2026. She encouraged her colleagues to make the best of the opportunity, which would improve their journalism skills and strengthen overall reporting in Grenada.
There's a lot of capacity building that needs to be done with our members. We need to do our jobs better. We face a lot of challenges, and it is only by sharpening our blades, understanding the role that we play, and that is very important. Understanding who we are and understanding the role that we play. I have encountered journalists who bow before politicians and bow before business leaders, and they're unsure. You do not answer to anyone except the laws of the country and the people whom you serve. You have a responsibility to, not just to the public's right to know, but also to not abuse that power that we have and use it for darkness. And so I hope that we will continue throughout the week to learn a lot, to develop ourselves a bit more in the various areas of journalism.
Media Week has been held under the theme Press Freedom and Responsibility in a Time of Consequence. Communication specialist Johnson John Rose applauded MWAG for investing in local journalists. He reminded the participants of the significance of their role in reporting to the public.
We've got some work to do, and this is why I'm really very pleased that MWAG is holding this workshop this week. I'm also pleased that you're here because what you do matters. When you write tonight your story, somebody in Glenville, someone in Sutiers, someone in Carriacou, someone in St. David is depending on you. Someone who cannot be in this room is depending on you to represent them truly, fully, faithfully, fairly. It's an extraordinary responsibility that you've got. And that's why it takes skill and it takes know-how. It's the skillful journalist who ensures that what we produce, what we present, what we print is neither compromised nor corrupted, neither tarnished nor tainted, that we present as fairly and truthfully as we can. And so this training helps you to deal and ensure that you change. In this constantly changing world, we change the way we practice.
Media Week 2026 commenced with a church service on Sunday at the Our Lady Help of Christians Catholic Church at Bolio. It will continue with community outreach, national roundtable discussions, and an excursion to Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Finally, in the local segment, Happy Hill Secondary School captured the championship title in the finals of the inaugural Inter-Secondary School Food Safety Debate Competition 2026, defeating St. Joseph's Convent St. George in a highly competitive and thought-provoking session. The final topic debated was, be it resolved that governments should prioritize food safety over food affordability when developing national food policies. The Inter-Secondary School Food Safety Debate Competition was organized by the Environmental Health Department within the Ministry of Health as part of activities to promote food safety awareness among Grenada's youth. Food Safety Focal Point within the ministry, Denny Crone, congratulated the teams on demonstrating exceptional research, critical thinking, and public speaking skills.
This initiative provided a unique platform for students to critically examine important food safety issues and demonstrate their research, public speaking, and critical thinking skills. I would like to extend sincere gratitude to the Ministry of Education, the principals, teachers, and especially the students of the participating schools. The enthusiasm, commitment, and willingness to engage in meaningful discussions made this initiative a tremendous success.
After careful deliberation by the panel of judges, Happy Hill Secondary School was declared the champion of the competition. They won the championship trophy, sponsored by Sandals, a $3,000 cash prize sponsored by KFC. St. Joseph's Convent St. George captured the second position. They walked away with the second place trophy, sponsored by Mount Pure Natural Mineral Water, and a $2,000 cash prize sponsored by National Lotteries Authority. The boys at GBSS captured the third position. They won the third place trophy sponsored by Breakfast Bites and a $1,000 cash prize sponsored by NLA. Crone is optimistic that the success of the 2026 competition has laid the foundation for other education awareness-driven initiatives to come.
The value of this debate went far beyond competition. It raised awareness about food safety, it encouraged evidence-based discussions, and empowered young people to become advocates for safer food practices within their schools, their homes, and their communities. We were particularly encouraged by the level of research, professionalism, and passion displayed by the students throughout the competition. Now, based on the overwhelming positive response, we are confident that this initiative has laid a strong foundation for future food safety education programs, and we look forward to building on its success in the years to come.
This is the GIS News. We'll take a look at what's happening in the region when we come back.
Are you thinking about buying a vehicle? Did you find a company on social media? Stop. It may be a scam. Look out for the following red flags. Is the price lower than other dealers? Does it seem too good to be true? Are you sending the monies to the US even though you are ordering the vehicle from Japan? Does the address on the invoice match the address on the payment details? Are conversations limited to WhatsApp text? Is there a sense of urgency placed on you by the seller? You are about to be scammed. Do not take your hard-earned cash or even worse, a loan to send to these scammers. Once the money leaves Grenada's shores, you are not likely to get it back. Consider buying a vehicle already on island from an individual or a car dealer. Beware of these scammers. If in doubt, it's best to stay out. A message from the Financial Intelligence Unit.
Welcome back. Safety measures, charging installation requirements, and inspection procedures are among the areas identified as critical to harmonizing electric vehicles' charging infrastructure across CARICOM. The charging infrastructure for EVs in the region came under focus during a recent webinar to discuss the standardization and harmonization of the facilities to ensure interoperability. Participants shared experiences and sought more information on the EV landscape in the region. Dr. Soren Maloney, director of Ziklag Consulting Group Company Limited, delivered the featured presentation of the session, which focused on Guyana's experience with EV charging. He pointed out that while there is acceleration of EV uptake across CARICOM, member states are at different stages in developing standards for the charging infrastructure. He alluded to the challenges countries face, such as small technical workforces, limited budgets, and insufficient capacity to develop standards and regulatory capacity.
We should harmonize areas, right, that allow for interoperability. So, for instance, our safety requirements, right, charger installation requirements. There are chargers that are more common on the market, charging receptacles. I would not go into the technicalities, right, too much. I didn't want to get into too much technical jargon, right? But the safety requirements, the type of communication, right? Some of your procedures, your competencies required for installing. There's some things we can make common that are easy to do. The idea is we can develop a charging standard, right, where we set some sort of baseline, right, on safety features, technical requirements, and so on, that will apply anywhere, right? Training, right? Training for installers, right? We also want to train our regulators as well. So it's not just installers, but we want to train regulators, but the regulator training would be more specific. It's not going to be throughout the region. It's actually more specific to wherever you're implementing, but the installer program, that can be regional.
St. Lucians will be required to obtain a visa to travel to Ireland from Monday, June 15th, 2026. Migration Minister Clome Brophy said the move forms part of ongoing adjustments to Ireland's immigration controls. The requirement will also apply to nationals of St. Kitts and Nevis and Nicaragua and will extend to holders of diplomatic and service passports. In addition, a transit visa will be required for travelers passing through Ireland en route to another destination. Minister Brophy added that visa rules remain under regular review. The aim is to strike the right balance between maintaining effective immigration controls and ensuring that people can continue to come to Ireland to work, visit, study, or join family members. Limited transitional arrangements will be introduced for a short period and will apply from June 15th to July 14th for travelers who book their trips before the policy takes effect. That's a look at news for today, Monday, June 15th. A recap of the top stories. Ministry of Education to pilot Center of Excellence in Agriculture in 4 secondary schools. And Grenada to strengthen surveillance at ports of entry following Ebola outbreak advisory. On behalf of the news and production team, I am Rakisha St. Louis, thanking you for joining us.
For Grenada to realize its true potential, we must all be a part of nation building. From every corner of the world, our sons and daughters carry the spirit of the Spice Isle in their hearts through culture, innovation, investment, and service. Now is the time to come home to your beautiful Tri-Island state, to reconnect with our roots, share our knowledge, to inspire our youth, and to help shape a stronger, more resilient economy for generations to come. We are all part of the collective journey to shape the future of our nation. Together, we are building a nation we are proud of, a nation defined by opportunity, unity, and purpose. Grenada is more than a place on the map. It is our heritage, our future, our home. We look forward to welcoming you.